This is the part 2 video of how to edit a treatment plan, and we're looking at how to make edits to existing goals and objectives. There are separate videos on how to write goals and objectives and how to add them to the treatment plan. So, looking at the goals and objectives section of the treatment plan. You'll notice that all the objectives are color-coded. This is the same color coding as on the client summary page. So red, and it reflects the percentage progress to completion, or the number of times that a goal has, an objective has been met on the progress note versus the total number of times it was attempted. So red is 0 to 25% of the time, orange is 26 to 74% of the time, and green is 75% of the time or better. The unmet goals section of the treatment plan is the live section, and all objectives here with an active status will be appearing on the progress note template. When a goal is met, it can be moved off the live section and it will be placed under met goals in this section. In the met goals section, only goals where all the objectives are green can be marked as met. So green is 75% or better completion from the progress notes, or that the objective's status is complete, which essentially means the same thing as only an objective that has been met 75% or more of the time can have its status changed to complete. So unless these conditions apply, the button to and that the option to mark a goal as met will simply not show up. Also, if any of these objectives are marked as unrealistic, that goal cannot be considered as met. So the only way to mark that goal would be to change the objective status back to active and work at it until it was met 75% of the time or better and could be set to complete. Looking at the unmet goals, again, these are the live ones, and again, any objective set as active will be what appears on the progress note template. So there are 4 options available to make changes to a goal and its objectives. They are edit, renew, delete, and there is one called mark as met, but none of these goals meet the conditions, but I will show you that what that looks like just at the end. So let's go through these. Delete. If there is 0 activity on a goal or any of its objectives, as in they have never been marked as met or unmet even once on a PN, you can delete the entire goal from the treatment plan. But as soon as any data is attached to a goal through even one objective being addressed even one time on a PN, this option disappears. Edit button. If the delete button is present, you can edit anything in the goal or the objective. You can change the text in the goal, you can change the start time, change anything to do with any of it. And you can change anything to do with the objective. Now, this objective, you can see here, has it's a red little button here. You can delete the entire objective as well. And if that little button is there, it means that this objective has never been attempted. But we already know this because we can edit in here. So anything can be changed anywhere in the goal or the objective if this delete button is present. If the delete button is not present, what you can edit changes. Let's look at this one. Basically, you can only change the status of an objective or add a new objective. And so that's the case where at least one objective has been used one time. We have to lock everything down. So you can see here, nothing is editable here. Only thing we can do is change the status. Let's look at the different status options. The complete option is only available if the objective has been met 75% of the time or more, as in it's already green. So in this one, we can complete is an option. In this one, it is not. You can change an objective to pending. And sometimes if you want to start off and perhaps pre-write a few objectives and have them ready, then you can write them and just leave them as pending and then change them to active when you want them. I'm going to delete this one. If an objective is color-coded and you cannot delete it, it means that it has been active in the past and has data attached to it, and the color codes indicate the extent of the progress made. If there are objectives that are pending and are either red or orange, you will not be able to mark that overall goal as met. Last option is unrealistic. If you feel that an objective is just too far beyond the abilities of that client, then you can mark it as unrealistic. However, if that is the case and you have objectives marked unrealistic, then this goal will never be able to be marked as met. The Renew button. For maintenance goals, when we aren't expecting a client to really show improvement, but we are instead trying to hold the line and protect existing functionality, we still need to freshen the goals once the time period has elapsed. So here we see that we have set this goal for 2 months. However, once that 2 months is up, we do need to come in here and show that we are attending to the treatment plan and aware that this goal is continuing. So just click Renew. You can then change the start date to another 2 months. Just say that. And perhaps it's a maintenance goal, and so maybe you just want to let it run for 6 months this time. Click Renew. Scroll down, and here we see the changes. The fourth option for editing a goal is Mark as Met, and let's just flip to a different client so you can see what that looks like. So here, in this case, in this treatment plan, the only objective present is green, and here we see the Mark as Met button. So if we decide to choose that, this goal will be removed from the unmet goals, again removed from the live section of the treatment plan, and moved up into here. And that is how you edit goals and objectives in the treatment plan.